Well, how you going, everyone? Josh the Collector Guy. Hope you all are having an awesome week out there, everyone. Hope you've been able to find some awesome cars for your collections, and happy Mother's Day to all the mums out there. Hope you all are having a really good day. Well, thought I'd try something a little bit different this week, guys and girls. I thought I'd try and maybe review a certain model from my collection and talk about it, pass on a bit of information to you all. The series I'll probably start doing now and again when I don't have a lot of stuff to show each and every week. It will be called Redline Rumble. This is the first ever episode and I hope you all enjoy it. As I said, I will be doing the Hot Wheels Sky Show Fleetside, one of my favourite models I like to collect, and certainly one I've been addicted to lately as well. I've picked up a couple in the last couple of weeks or months or so. So we shall get started. The Hot Wheels Sky Show Fleetside, pretty much made between 1970 and 1971, and was released only in the Sky Show or Flying Circus sets, and pretty much how the track sets was a little part of the track attached to the table. Like your usual Hot Wheels track sets, you always got to start somewhere. Goes down the hill, and I believe there was a little triggering mechanism on the track what triggered the little switch just there, what made the plane launch off the ramp and probably crash into the walls, and probably, if you're standing close enough to it, probably hit you in the face or something like that. But maybe if you were standing back it'd be alright, but still launches off like that, and it's got obviously a bit of weight at the front there with the rubbery bit, as you can see, so obviously that guided it on its way, and they're pretty light as well. The Sky Show planes, they're pretty much made out of moulded plastic, and you can understand why a lot of them probably aren't around anymore. And I believe there was also a helicopter set as well, which is a lot more rarer and harder to find compared to your usual Sky Shows, and I certainly would like one of those in the collection. But anyway, the Sky Show Fleetside, I've been collecting them for a number of years now. As you can see, I got 4 complete ones, and a few just down here as well, but aren't really complete, but still worth mentioning as well. Got the old red one there. That one's pretty cool. As you can see, you can sort of see a bit of a trend with the back truck beds as well, how the Sky Show should really look compared to the usual custom Fleetside. As you can see, you got the hard tonneau there, and the truck bed there as well, and this little bit of plastic here usually is a good indication whether if you have a Sky Show or not, or unless someone's been silly and cut the whole tonneau off and tried to make out it is a Sky Show, but usually that's a good indicator. And all the Sky Show Fleetsides and custom Fleetsides interiors, as far as I know, and have been recorded as all black. Don't think there's ever been known to have a different interior variation. Unless there is, it's quite rare, but far as I know, black is the only colour interior for the Sky Show Fleetside, and also the Sky Show Fleetsides were only made in the good old USA, so that's something I like as well. I like collecting my USA toys, especially the Hot Wheels. So, well, there's many different colours. There is aqua, blue, gold, green, light green, magenta, olive, orange, pink, purple, red, rose red, and yellow, and a lot of those vary in price as well. You'd probably be lucky enough to find, well, one all complete. Most likely, well, from my experiences, the 3 out of my 4 complete Sky Shows I've found on eBay, and was lucky enough to get good deals on each one of those. But if you hunt around and maybe hold off on certain ones, you might be able to come across one what's within your price range and also worth getting, which might be all complete or have the ramp and the truck, which is a good thing as well. That's pretty much how I found my pink Sky Show Fleetside. She was just on eBay. It was either a starting bid or a buy it now. The buy it now price wasn't really within my price range, but I was kind of thinking about it, and there was also 4 other people as well watching the pink Sky Show as well, and I thought I'll put down a bid and see how I go, and what do you know, I ended up winning the bid and no one else bid on it, which was pretty lucky in my opinion. So I'm glad to have a pink one, and she certainly is my favourite Sky Show in the collection. Got the original ramp. a good indication of you having an original ramp is the textured surface just in there, and also flipping her around. That should be the right way, and having the writing just there. I'll see if we can push this out a little bit so you can see it a bit better maybe. Should have writing pretty much there, because I did look at the reproduction Redline Club ones, and they don't have any writing underneath there. It's just blank. Usually it says, I think, Hot Wheels, foreign patent penned, maybe Canada in the mix as well, and USA. So that's a good indication to see if you've got an original one. It should have Aero Launcher, 1969 Mattel, Incorporated, USA, patent penned, then USA at the bottom. So what I just said then is a good indication whether if you do have or don't have an original ramp, but usually it should have writing on it. From all of them here, they all have the USA just written underneath as well, and all that writing I just mentioned as well. So that's a good indication. And the textured surface on top. I'm not sure what the reproduction ramps have. If anything's to go by with the Redline Club ones, it's just all blank. It doesn't say anything like that whatsoever. So that's a good indication. So I'll probably tell another story about the purple one here. I remember going to this little antique shop I like going to every now and again. They had a whole bunch of cars in one of their display cabinets, and what do you know? The old purple one was hiding in it amongst them, and I think I got a pretty decent deal on that one. I think I barely paid $20 for that, and got a plane for it now as well, which is good. I shall get to that story in a second as well, and I reckon that's increased the value a little bit, and also the stickers on it as well. I believe they are certainly original stickers. Same with on the pink one here. I do believe they are the original stickers. And she does look pretty in pink. No wonder why she's my favourite. But they're all special to me. Beaten up, mint or whatever, it doesn't really matter. I'll still buy them for a decent price. So I was pretty happy to find that at one of my collector's shops, and certainly was a great thrill to find her indeed. And the old gold one here, was lucky enough to find this off an Australian seller on eBay in Australia, of course. I remember keeping an eye on her. I think the auction went for a week or so, so it was a little while I had to wait, and pretty much threw my bid on there and was lucky enough to win a nice gold one. She's a bit toned, but as you can see, she's really nice and shiny, and that's what I like to see with the old Redlines. Gold is quite a nice colour as well. There's a lot of different shades of all the Spectraflame colours as well. If you think you've got a gold one and that's it, you don't need to hunt for any more, well, I believe there'd be many different tones of the gold. It'd be like any colour as well. I'd say there'd be a number of different paint variations for each of them. Like with the pink, there might be a lighter pink and even darker pink than that one as well. So you could always keep an eye out for those variations if you're nutty like I am with the variations. So back to the story with the gold one. Also got her for a really good deal because she included these 3 planes just here, and I hadn't seen these 2 planes before, and in my opinion the planes are quite hard to get. Well, as you can see, I've got more Sky Show Fleetsides than I do of the planes, and also the ramps as well. The ramps are usually quite hard to get, and you can buy the reproduction ones as I was saying before, but I'd rather stick to the absolute original to keep it within, well, you could say the original one would add more of a price value to your Sky Show than a reproduction, because the reproduction ones are like $6 I think, or if that, probably a lot less or maybe a little bit more. But probably having an original Sky Show would add probably a little bit more value to your Sky Show. If you got a bit of a beaten up one like this, it probably only add a little bit, but if you got like an absolute mint one, of course the price would skyrocket, because you're halfway there to an absolute original one. All you need to do is get the planes. As far as I know, these were the 3 planes released with the Sky Show set. As you can see, the one I like to call the Stealth Bomber, because it kind of looks like one of those. That one's really cool, quite big as well. Would like to have seen how that would have flown. Try and put that back on there. This one looks like a fighter jet. That one's really cool indeed. and probably my favourite of them all, the old maybe World War II bomber, I would say. I'm not really sure. Maybe it would be from the 60s, this plane. So, as you can see, I know a lot about planes, don't I? So, with the Sky Show planes, you can see why they probably didn't last, because it's pretty much just moulded plastic, which moulds into the shape of a plane. As you can see, it's very, very flimsy. You can understand why one of these, well, some of these wouldn't be in existence anymore. If you left it laying around and your mum walked through the hallway and stood on it, that's pretty much it. That plane's probably rubbish. You'd throw it in the bin. That's probably what did happen. And maybe other things as well. Flew over the neighbour's fence and the dog ate it, or many different scenarios as well why there wouldn't be so many in existence anymore. We get to I believe this is maybe a lime. It's got a bit of the green and the yellow mixed together, so I'd say it's a lime. As you can see, this is how the plane should look. Usually it came with water slide decals. I believe all of them would have as well. This one was lucky enough to have them still attached, and at first I actually thought it had been tampoed on, like how all the Hot Wheels from the 70s and 80s pretty much had their designs painted on the car by the tampo machine. But no, this one's actually was a sticker at one stage, or water slide decal as far as I know, and someone's had a good old nibble of it as well. Obviously they got a good hunger for Hot Wheels just like I do. That one's in not too bad a shape, and this one was my first ever Sky Show for the collection. The rubber band, I do believe that's more of a newer one, but the rubber band probably doesn't really add any value to it. As you can see, this one here is all rotten and that, so that's pretty much nothing, but I'll leave it on there. As you can see, it's got stickers, but I do believe these stickers are the reproduction ones, because they feel too new to be the old original ones. It's too smooth in my opinion. They look like an actual sticker than a water slide decal, and I do believe there was water slide decals as well for the actual Fleetside as well. So that's pretty much what one should look like, all complete. But the only probably thing wrong with this one is that it has way too big too big of wheels at the back there. As you can see, it should be the smaller one, just like this one here. So, but that doesn't bother me. That was still a pretty cool find for the collection, and always be in my memory as my first ever Sky Show for the collection. I think I got a pretty good deal. I reckon I got a pretty good deal for each and every one of my Sky Shows. I think the most I've paid is for the pink one here, and that was roughly over $120, and I've added a plane to it, so surely that's added a couple of dollars to it as well in the value. And lucky enough they had the ramps on them, which is always a good thing. And I think out of all of them, the purple one was my cheapest one. I think I did say I barely paid $20 for it. With the gold one, I got the 3 of the planes included for pretty much maybe roughly $120 Australian. These are all pretty much Australian prices I'm shooting out, so it might be a lot less US, but I think I've got a good deal, and I guess that's all what matters anyway. So we'll get to the 3 at the front here. Got this one, looks like a gold one as well. As you can see, she's a bit beat, but she's still neat in my opinion. That's what I always like to say, and surprisingly enough, she's got the sticker as well on her, but the stickers always belonged on the sides of them as well. Got the old blue one here. Still got the original Hot Wheel one at the back there on both sides. And a couple other stickers in there as well. Look like aeroplane stickers, to be honest. They might have gone actually on one of the Sky Show planes actually. And the red one here, got the old sticker on each sides there, each of the sides as well, but she's a bit beaten as well. But I collect them if they're loose or as mint as them anyway. It doesn't really bother me. A Sky Show is a Sky Show in my opinion, and that's all it comes down to, honestly. And if you have fun collecting beaten up ones, that's good. If you have fun collecting the mint ones, that's good as well. All the Hot Wheels, in my opinion, are special no matter what. All the old Redlines, if they're crusty or absolute mint, you can't beat them all. Well, I think this has pretty much wrapped it up for this Redline Rumble episode, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope you did enjoy some of my rambling on about my Redlines, but I hope you enjoy nevertheless. Maybe you got some good information about it, and if you do have any more information I didn't mention, feel free to comment down below. I enjoy reading new information I don't know about the Hot Wheels, and if you can pass it on to everyone else as well who might tune into the video, they might find out and learn something new like I might as well. Well, thank you to you all for watching. Bit of NASCAR news. Was glad to see Dale Earnhardt Jr. win last week at Talladega, and got old Kansas, I think, this week. SpongeBob SquarePants 400. That sounds certainly cool, but I think it's currently rained out at the moment, but we'll see how the weather goes, and good luck to all your drivers out there. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Sorry for jabbering on, ladies and gentlemen, but hope you enjoyed nevertheless. And remember, as always, everyone, happy hunting. Keep the hobby strong. See you later, everyone. Have an awesome week.